Just want to talk a little bit today about 4th of July coming up, safety tips. The City of Wichita and the Fire Department wants everyone to have a safe but fun holiday, and we just want to share a couple reminders with everybody. The rules for fireworks remain the same in the City of Wichita. We maintain that we only have items that go 6 feet off the ground. If they shoot up in the air, if the packaging says shooting balls, they're not allowed in the City of Wichita. They're not authorized. Every year we test fireworks to see if they fit those parameters. A approved list will be in the paper this Sunday, and it will also be published on the City of Wichita webpage on the Fire Department link. And so as we always say, shoot them where you buy them. If you go to Andover and buy fireworks, please remain in that area to shoot them wherever they allow it. Do not bring them back into the City of Wichita, because most likely they will be illegal. Everything that's being sold in the city has been tested, and we want you to be safe and follow our guidelines and rules. Be smart and be safe. Keep all the fireworks away from structures or grassy areas. Supervise children with fireworks. Even the items that are approved within the City of Wichita can be dangerous. They're still things that we light, and they have some kind of explosive nature, and we can have burns, so be very safe. Supervise kids. Don't let them just shoot them wherever. Be very conscious of the dangers. Make sure that we have a bucket of water or hoses handy to extinguish things. The packaging, as you can see, of items in front of me, cardboard and paper, and they will continue to burn after they're shot off. So let's make sure that we dispose of those properly. A metal container filled with water is preferable. We don't want to put it in the trash just afterwards or even at the end of the night, because I remember, I believe last year, that's how we had one of our fires. People bagged it up, put it in the dumpster next to the house, and then we had a house fire. So we'd rather those be in a water-filled container overnight so that we make sure that they're all out and safe. We also encourage you to enjoy any professional fireworks shows during the holiday season. I do know that we have one scheduled June 29th at Lawrence Dumont Stadium in coordination with Wingnuts Baseball, and also on July 4th at Bradley Fair. There may be some other private shows in different housing and country club areas that you may be able to attend as well, but we encourage people to do those. They're professional shows, very nice to watch, and the danger level's quite a bit lower than you trying to shoot stuff off in your cul-de-sac. Just to give you a little bit, last year we had 745 complaints called into 911. They had started a new system, and they continue that this year. There's going to be a special complaint line through emergency dispatch, and that number is 290-1011. And this is for non-emergency items, complaints specifically with fireworks. And it'll be active from July 4th through July 6th from 6:30 at night until 3 a.m. each of those days. And if they call that number and it's not during those hours, it'll roll automatically to a dispatcher. But for complaints or concerns about fireworks that are non-emergency, we encourage everybody to use that number. It takes some of the load off the emergency dispatchers. I think that's what I have for right now.
How many fireworks fires did you have last year?
Last year we had 58 fires that were related to fireworks. And that went up to about an estimate of $200,000 in losses.
And still compare that to previous years.
I don't have those numbers, Deb, but I just had the numbers from last year. And I think that was a little bit of a spike because, obviously we had one fire that burned up the side of a garage and got into the structure, and that caused significant damage. A lot of the fires we end up having are small brush fires, trash can fires, things of those nature.
Is there anything this year that's newly illegal from last year?
That's a sort of a loaded question because we tested cases of fireworks, and there's things we moved aside. There's the things that we might want to point out. People really like these mortars. They're highly illegal. They shoot, not 6 feet in the air. They shoot 50 feet in the air or something like that. anything with the parachutes. Of course, the luminaries or the sky lanterns, those are not approved. There's right now, it was in the state Senate being looked at to make them illegal in the state, but they're not approved in the city of Wichita. Everything that we tested, that we approved and on the list should be okay as long as we follow the safety guidelines. The standard, if you shoot it and all of a sudden you're going, wow, that's going 20 feet in the air, maybe you had a bad one, but maybe you shouldn't shoot those anymore because there are going to be some that come through. Even when we tested them, we had to double test some things because it said, wait a minute, that's higher than 6 feet, and the next one was fine.
If you go outside during the next couple of weeks, you're going to see stuff going higher than 6 foot. How hard is it for you guys to enforce this?
We do fireworks patrols during this time frame from June 27th to through July 5th. And fire crews will be out, fire investigation unit will be out, police officers are also authorized to deal with these kind of citations. We go out, we try to educate people to be safe and use the things they're supposed to be using. But many times we will come upon people shooting illegal fireworks, and when we do that, we'll confiscate them. There's a chance we're going to get a citation that could end up with seen in front of a judge and up to a $2,500 fine.
How many of those did you have last year?
Last year we only issued one citation directly for fireworks. Many of it was education and confiscation, where we confiscated the illegal fireworks. The last thing you want to do is you go and spend hundreds of dollars on fireworks. You get a ticket and you lose all those fireworks because they will be confiscated. It is, as your original question, it is very hard for us to enforce, but we will be out and we will confiscate fireworks, and that won't be any fun either. At least if you use the legal items, the fountains, sparklers, things of that nature. Hopefully you can be a little bit safer and you won't have to have an unfortunate run-in with us.
Were there any injuries last year related to fireworks?
Yes, we had 70 individuals seek medical attention for injuries due to fireworks last year. We work with the medical facilities in the area to get a report on that to see how many fireworks-related accidents or injuries we have each year.
What's the most common injury?
I think normally it's just a burn like a sparkler. Those kind of things from juveniles is the number one thing.
It's hands,
Yeah.
face, eyes.
Yeah, a lot of hands and feet, bare feet stepping on hot stuff. Any other questions?
Just as far as it's been dry the last couple of summers. Compare this time compared to the last couple of years.
Well, the thing is, it's all relative. When we have a 30-mile-an-hour wind, and it might have been rainy yesterday, and that's drying everything out, and depending on the status, your yard, my yard, different. But that's why we don't want the materials falling off into the grass. We want them to be safe and in a non-combustible area. We don't want it next to the house. Or I know that we've had several instances where we had a grass fire because of fireworks, and then it gets into the grass next to the house, and when we have a structure fire. The basic things, we want to keep it away from anything combustible, from dry grass or even any grass, and because if it's hot enough, it's going to dry the grass out and cause it to catch fire. But also, if we have any significant winds, professional shows, we put a limit. Once it's over 50 miles an hour, they're not able to shoot them. People need to use some common sense. If you set off your spark fountain and everything's blowing sideways, it's probably time to suspend your fund, because it's probably going to lead to an issue.